All right, we're gonna try this again because I messed up the first time, which wasn't a big deal at all. It was only like an hour of time wasted. Stupid, but this time it'll work and it'll be great. I'm not gonna go over all the other stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna share screen. Okay, so okay, cool. Yeah. Oh fuck. Just control Z, I guess. So this is your final product. But since I fucked up the video, I'm gonna do it all over again. I'm not gonna edit this either because that's too much time. So y'all can just watch this. Oh, you can just watch this minute. Wait, no. Oh, god damn it. These headphones don't even do anything because I don't have a mic. I'm just wearing them. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, uh, I get my shit together. Okay, so to get to this point, all you have to do is go to Google Drive, go to the drive, and then find a picture in the pictures thing, and then find a or go to the graphics tab, go to Gen meetings, and then download the Gen meeting graphic template, which is a Photoshop file. You can just open it, it'll take you into here. Once you download Photoshop using your student free access thing, which, uh, excuse me. Okay, so now that you have the template open, first thing you can do is change the color and then also update the information in the text. Down here is on the bottom right is your layers, as you can see, and the order of them is basically what's on top. So uh, you're really the only layer you're going to be adding is a picture, but you're going to want to make sure it's in the same order pretty much. So put it on top of the old picture, directly on top, just so it doesn't get messed with any of the other things in the picture. Uh, but yeah, we're going to start by changing the color. So to change anything, you're first going to click into the layer. Color's already changed for a couple of these. So just like I said, your boy fucked up. And now we're doing this twice. So some of these layers that I have in here, because I'm lazy, are pointless. Like this one. This is a text layer. So the text layers will say what text is on them. Uh this one, there's no use for it, but if you want to check, just to make sure you can toggle between visible and non-visible by left clicking the eye. As you can see, nothing on the graphic changes, so we can just delete that. Um, Same with this rectangle 4, non-visible, so delete it. This is a group folder. I put all these together just because they're all part of the general meeting thing. Yeah, so you just left click and unclick to open and close it. So we're gonna change the color of the rest of the stuff. So general for text, you're gonna go to color, left click, and then I already chose this color using the swatch and added it to my foreground color, as you can see in the front. And then to get that color on the text, just eyedrop in the swatch, hit OK. And then we're gonna repeat this for the next couple. You can also eyedrop on a part of the picture or even another file in your Photoshop. thing, toolbar head, no projects thing, that bar at the top. So see, like you can click on this G and sample the color and then put it in. So I'm gonna do this for everything real quick. How 5 to 6 p.m. How Fossil Lounge. How delete this ellipse. Okay. Blue. Colors, you're basically gonna pick, like, go to our feed and look at like colors we haven't used in a while. We usually just use a kind of muted version of like color with some high contrast. I think, I don't know color theory, but you're just gonna take like a bright, not bright, but a vivid version of whatever, and then just maybe move it down a little bit on the lightness so it's a little darker. And missing one thing, the 1984. So blue, that. Okay, now everything's the same color. Woo. Now I'm gonna show you how to change text. So for these graphics, you're gonna really only have to change the date and then the number of the general meeting. The date's already changed, but I can do it again. So click into the text layer that you want to change, go over to the left toolbar, go down to the T, left click it, and then it's basically like Microsoft Word now. So if I delete this, right, Wednesday, September 27th. And then for the spacing for these, try to make it even and then make all of these kind of line up. So this one, I already know because I did it last time and then fucked up the video, but there's 3 spaces for this. So nice. And then we'll do for the one, change it to a 5. And this is too big right now, so we can go in and change the font size right here. You can either pick from this drop down menu or type it in manually, which you'll have to do because their increments are kind of big. And then hit enter, I guess. Nope, don't do that. Just click out of it, I guess. And then see how this is off centered. If you go here to the top arrow tool thing, you can move it into place. If you can't get it like perfect, like how this is, then you can use the arrow keys on your computer and it moves it over slightly so you can do it in increments. So that looks good. Okay, now we're gonna add the picture. So do that, go to your files, where you should have already downloaded a picture, and then you're just gonna drag and drop it into Photoshop and it'll put it right on top. So pow, picture's in. So now we're gonna move it into place. I'm gonna go to opacity and turn it 50% just so we can see the background, and then we're gonna line it up. You can change the size if you want, depending on like how many people are in it or how many people are in it. Then move it around till you get like, make sure all of your subjects that you want in there are included, and then hit enter. It drops it in. Okay, now we can kick the opacity back up to 100 and then drag it down until it's just above the old picture. So now obviously we need to get the rounded corners and make so it's not overlapping with the text. To do that, we're going to click into the bottom picture, the old one, go to this quick selection tool. You can make the brush size as big as you want because we're going to be selecting the whole picture. And then left click and drag around where the picture is. As you can see, it can only select as much as much space as the layer takes up. So this is the full size of the picture. See if we make the top layer invisible. So when you select something, you'll only be able to edit inside your selection. So, but we want to do the opposite. So we're gonna right click. We're gonna right click. Jesus Christ. We're gonna right click. We're gonna select inverse. So now the opposite is selected. So now we can edit everything outside. And then so we're gonna go to the top picture, go to our erase and left click. It's gonna ask us to rasterize, just say yes. And then left click and drag around the edge to erase the excess. Wow, cool, 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 cool. So cool. And then once we're done, we're gonna right click again and then hit deselect. Okay, so now everything's pretty much good. If you want to make any changes to your picture, what I like to do in Photoshop is just go to filter and a camera raw filter. This will essentially do the same thing as Lightroom. So yeah, it brings up all these options, as you can see. And we're gonna go in and raise the temperature a little bit. Exposure, add some contrast. And if you're like wondering how to make the pictures look, if you want to know, Jesus Christ, you're just gonna look at the feed and kind of match it to those. Like make sure they look consistent. So highlights, I guess we'll kick it down. And this looks pretty good to me. So you hit OK, and then pow, it applies the filter. So cool. And then these last couple steps are more aesthetic, but we're gonna merge all the layers together. So you're gonna hold Control Shift and E at the same time. And as you can see in the bottom right, it merged all the layers. So now you can only, or you can't edit any of them individually. If you want to go back, you can just hit Control Z to undo it. But now what we're gonna do is go filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Usually I put this around 2 pixels. You're really doing it just to soften the edges of the text and all the lines, just so it looks a little more cohesive. Click OK. Uh, it looks blurry here, but like it'll look fine when you post it because the pictures are small anyway. And then another thing I like to do for cohesiveness is go noise at like, I don't know, 10%. And this kind of does the same thing. It's not really necessary, but I've done it for all the other ones, so you have to do it too. There we go. Noise. So this is a finished gen meeting graphic. And then, so now we're going to export it. To do that, you go to File, Export as JPEG. Make sure quality is at the highest. Make sure it's the square, all this stuff. Just make sure it's the same. And then you can hit export. This is different than if you were to you were to just save it because turning it into a JPEG. So see, that's my old one. I want to popped up the video. The general meeting graphic. And yeah, now if we go to our files, with general meeting graphic. And how do I wait, oh god damn it. Can I show, there we go. All right. Click to this. I still can't see it. God damn it. Okay, so we opened it and pow, there we go. Finished graphic. And what we're gonna do with this is just either save it or send it to the Discord for someone else to post, or you can send it to yourself on your phone and post it from there, or put it in the drive. Well, you have to put it into the drive. Put it in the drive for sure, and then depending on if you're gonna post it or someone else, either Discord or text it to, or email it to yourself. But yeah, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it because I definitely enjoyed it less making it the second time. But it's okay. Got all the time in the world. All right, I'll post the one with the what do you call it? The recap graphic guide soon as well. That one is pretty much the same, but the main difference is the splitting it into five. So yeah, and then also transforming the pictures, scaling them. So yep, thanks for watching. I love you all. I love everybody. I love everything. Bye bye.